Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MJS Coaching Football. My background's my 38th year coaching football. I've either been a defensive, offensive, or special teams coordinator, as well as a head coach at both the collegiate and high school levels. So, in this Plug Family Blitz presentation, I want to talk to you about something we call Twister. All right, and as you can see, there's quite a few people involved. So, the color coding, the green is the defensive line, all three are involved differently, as you'll see. The red is the primary blitzer, which means the lucky Ringo goes to him. This is the Mike makes the call. And the backer is involved, but is considered the secondary blitzer. Okay, that's why he's in blue. So, right off the bat, if you've seen any of my Plug Family Blitzes in its playlist, Plug Family Blitz playlist, right? This has two single plugs put together, having both outside linebackers in their respective B gaps. So this would be a Monty and a Bob combined, okay, without involving the nose. So, per usual, we do not put the defensive ends in conflict. We tell them you treat it as if it's a Bob or a Monty. So that puts them in C gap, Bob and Monty. The nose is the one that's a little different. So before I talk about the nose and the technique of the DNs and the responsibilities of the inside linebackers, etc., the coverage, which is medium, which is a coffee size, that's the code we use for our zone blitz coverages. See our zone blitz coverage playlist. So I'm not going to get into any details about the coverage, but if you go there, you'll see what medium's all about. So now I want to talk to you about the nose. Okay. What's meant by hands technique is literally in the snap of the football, the nose is going to shoot his hands and knock back the center as usual. And if it's a run, he's going to react and play the run accordingly. However, Twister is a stunt that we call specifically in passing situations, very long yardage situations, meaning second and 20 or more, third and 12 or more. Okay, where it's usually, unless they are backed up in their own end, and we most likely wouldn't call this anyway, they're going to run a draw screen or they're going to throw the football. Okay, and again, that involves coaches' film study, breakdowns, tendencies, all the things that we do that honestly the public's not really aware of or doesn't truly appreciate. No disrespect. So, let me talk to you about what's meant by the nose and why we do it. Okay, so he shoots his hand, knocks back, and it turns out to be a pass. Hands technique tells the nose to sit on the line of scrimmage, and he ends up playing mirror. So the nose is here in case the quarterback, or it's a quick draw, or it's a quick anything up the shoot. And as an example, if they run the bob protection, meaning big on big, so the tackle fans out, the guard fans out, so all four of these defenders are blocked. We need some help here in the A gap. So we would substitute and have a quicker, more athletic nose here. Okay, not to the point where the only time we do that, they know this blitz is coming. You follow me? But situationally, the same players in, so we've run all kinds of different things, including this. So now this person, this nose, is in a position to help make a play. And then these guys are taught to retrace as well. They're hot on their man, even though they're playing with zone, so they're seeing surface first. But nonetheless, it'd be nothing worse than on 3rd and 19, they run for 24 yards or what have you and get the first down because you didn't have the right person in here, or you didn't even have this person playing the mirror, right? That's why we play hands. So now I'm going to work out to the defensive ends. Okay, they are slant stepping hard and then getting upfield. But what they're doing when they step outside, they are immediately getting their eyes on the tackle. So if the tackle's a little slow or what have you, okay, it might take a second step. But as they step hard outside, when I say outside, you don't really want to have any engagement with the tackle. So what's meant by go butt side, if the tackle opens up outside to them, they're going to plant and come inside the B gap. Okay. If the tackle, what we call Slater sets, stays square, well, you know what? Then they're going to continue to work upfield. Okay. And if the tackle works back with them, then they'll duck underneath. So it's kind of like a you go. You have to see a pass rush playlist. Okay. But that's it. And initially, most of what we see, again, Anna Maria 2015. Okay. We were at Anna Maria first, 2013, excuse me. And we were at Anna Maria. The tackle, Slater set, so it kept him up the field. This guy helped down. So actually, when I get to the linebackers in a second, instead of working for outside cage, this linebacker seeing down and Slater, he made the sack because there was nobody to block him. Okay, so there's a potential for that as well. And that also brings in the possibly guard too. So if the tackle, and this is the same on both sides, if the tackle does make it simple and do what most of them do, turn their butt to block, as you're coming in, you should see the guard. So if the guard is working out to block you, go butt side of him as well. Otherwise, you're automatically going to be going butt side of the guard. Okay, so you got to teach your players where their eyes need to be and how it affects them. Okay, because it might be a nice read here, but then if you just run right into the guard's block, then it's ineffective. So that's what's meant by possibly guard two. And then for the inside linebackers, okay, they're plug blitzing. But as you see here, it's a little different. They're not attacking near edge of the guard. They're attacking inside edge of the tackle because in the best case scenario, we want them to be into the B gap before the defensive end if the defensive end gets the butt side read. Okay. And when the inside linebacker sees the butt, he's butt side, he works outside because we got to make sure we have outside cage. Nothing worse than getting lots of pressure, the quarterback's flush from the pocket, and you have nobody to cage him in. Right? It drives me insane. All right. So the inside linebacker is doing the same read. So if it were a Slater set, okay, our inside linebacker is going to continue on the course. And if he sees our same color outside, he'll blitz the quarterback. If he doesn't see same color, and we tell him, err on the side of caution, work outside cage. Okay, work outside cage because I don't want anybody being tentative. But we're both reacting to the same butt of the tackle. Okay. And the last coaching point, as you're coming down, if they see the guard work down inside, we tell them, forget, abort, abort, go straight to the queue. You're unblocked. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. These two are reading the butt. They're also both secondary read of the guard for the inside linebacker. If he sees the guard coming down, he's going to go straight to the queue because he'll be unblocked. Otherwise, they're working and reacting to the offensive tackle's butt. It's a great way to put their protection in a bind. It's a great way to negate draw. It's a great way to negate any type of middle screen, which is another reason we run it. So as they're coming, they see people releasing, they're just going to sit. Remember, we're calling this in 3rd and 12 or more, 2nd and 20 or more. So you got to make sure your kids are situationally aware as to why they're not just running blindly up the field thinking, rah! And that's the point of the screen, right? They dump it over their heads and off they go. So that's the reason we run Twister. I hope that's helpful. It's a situational blitz. Again, make sure you substitute and get a more athletic kid that knows and do it in the same kid for the same situation so you don't tip off that this pressure is coming. As always, please reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com and I'd get happy to get back to you.